All right, good day, everybody. Happy November 21st. Is that the day? Yes, November 21st, Thursday. Our paydays in our company every Thursday. We love that. Direct deposit. Oh, man, you wake up, you see what you've made, and boom, all of a sudden it's in your checking account like magic. So I love this company, obviously, right? So here's what I want you to do today. Hey, Shelly, David, I'm gonna kind of give the housekeeping, preliminaries here. I want you to share this out because, hey, Lily superstar, Corley Ann, how good to see you. So great to meet you in Vegas last month. Peggy, good to see you. Texas. Oh, I don't want to hear it. It's like 30 degrees, 28 degrees here. I'm sure it's warmer in Texas. Good morning, Rosa. So good to meet with so many of you in Vegas last month. It was awesome, awesome. Share this out. Let's give some love. If you get any value from what we're going to talk about today, because here's the question: how do you get leaders in your business? How do you recruit leaders? How do you find them? How do you find who the leaders are? Everybody out there is not a leader, but how do you find the leaders? Now, there's going to be those people that you just cannot predict, right? You just cannot predict who is going to be the leader and who's not sometimes. It's like they always say, those that you think will, won't, and those that you think won't, will. And it always is a surprise to me. I bring somebody on and I don't know what they're going to do. And I think, okay, yeah, this may be a good one, this may not. And what ends up happening is they kick it out of hit it out of the park. And then I bring someone on that is a seasoned networker and they don't do anything, so you just don't know. So, but share this out because I'm sure there's a lot of people on your team that would love to know how do you find leaders, right? Aaron, good to see you this morning. Superstar, my brother from another mother, Mr. Carlos Martinez. One of the things, Corley Ann, that I agree with you is leadership is one of those things that we just don't talk about enough. And finding leaders means you need to know and understand what leaders are, right? It's not just about, thank you, Lily. It's not just about, going out there and, following some criteria. You need to know what a leader is really. And how do you know what a leader is? You become a leader. So we're talking this whole rest of this month. A lot of what I'm going to be talking about, the value that I want to give to you all, is about leadership. I'm going through a book, an amazing book. First book ever that out of 100 books. This guy's written 100 books. He's phenomenal. He's been my mentor for many, many years. It's called John C. I apologize. This is backwards here. Let me see if I can flip it. Oops. No, don't want to do that. Do it this way. Okay, here we go. Now you can see it. John C. Maxwell, The Power of Five. And down here at the bottom, you see it says, for network marketers. Okay. So out of all the books he's written, this is the first book he's written specifically for network marketers. And along with it, you can purchase his video series going through each of the 5 points and so forth. So I'm going to be sharing tidbits of that. Not the whole thing. You're going to have to get the book or get the videos or both, like I did. But I want to share you some of the stuff because leadership, here's one of the things I found out a long time ago. Good morning, Laura. Elena, good morning. Darlene, Dawn, superstar, congratulations. Here's what I found out a long time ago, and John Maxwell said this, and I love it, is that everything in your business rises and falls with leadership, okay? If you are a leader that has a lot of followers, you're taking a walk. Everybody hear me? If you're leaders with just a bunch of followers, you're just out taking a walk. It's like the Pied Piper. You're just out taking a walk and people happen to... It's like Forrest Gump, right? When Forrest Gump started his running, did you ever notice that he was always the guy in the front? Even though the crowd kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, he had a lot of followers, right? The difference between a leader and someone that's got a lot of followers is the leaders got a lot of leaders. Right? So that's my primary objective in life, my goal, my passion is to impact as many leaders as I can, who will then multiply and impact that onto others. I love that purpose statement. I want to add value to leaders who multiply value to others, right? That's my goal in life. I want to add as much value to those leaders, those of you who are leaders on my lives and on my posts and in my business. I want to add as much value to you so that we can multiply that and add value to everybody that we come in contact with. So everything rises and falls with leadership, and I think it's very, very important. But how do you find leaders? How do you find people that have the potential for being leaders? So let's talk about it. I got 3 points, 3 simple points. You should all, write these down. Okay. So first thing you want to do is when you're out there searching and trying to find a leader in your business, you need to look for people who produce results. Now, understand, I'm not talking about necessarily people who are in a network marketing company and that are ranking up and so forth and produce results. Obviously, that's one of them. But what about someone in their life that has nothing to do with network marketing and is out there producing results? Those are people that understand how to produce results, right? So regardless if it's sorry, my wrist just bothered me. Regardless if it's in network marketing or not in network marketing, you're looking for people who produce results. They may be maybe they have an insurance business, or maybe they have a real estate business and they're very, very successful and they're producing results in that. Maybe they're producing results in their job, right? People that are in a job that are continually getting promotions and doing really good things, and you go out their profile and you see all this going on, they're producing results. Okay, so that's number one. You want to look for people that produce results. People that aren't producing results aren't doing a lot, and you're going to end up having, even if you can convince them to get in your business, you're going to have to be spending a lot of time dragging them along. Come on, I know you're not used to producing results, but you got to do it, okay? All right, second, this is a really, really important one, is look for people who attract people to themselves, right? Because who do people do business with? Those that they don't like and trust. So if you find someone that, man, they just seem to be like a magnet, people know, like, and trust them like crazy. They're always out there they're attracting people to themselves all the time. Wow, what a good candidate for someone in your business. Now what they do is they pass that skill, that ability, that mental or mindset onto a team of people that end up becoming people just like that. People that attract people to themselves. Okay. Huge, huge point. And number 3, this is probably one of my favorite ones of the 3. Okay. Because this is the most important thing. Look for people who want leadership responsibilities, who step up to the plate. You see it in if you're looking at them on social media, you can see it on their social media profile. They're always, they're volunteering to take charge of something that's a nonprofit. Maybe they're on the board of their humane society. Maybe they're on the board of some other, nonprofit organization in their town. They're on a city council. They have no fear of stepping up to the plate to take the responsibilities of being a leader, which means you've got to be willing to grow and become a better leader every single day, and you've got to be ready to pass that on, right? Going back to that statement, right? They want to add value to leaders and multiply that value to others. Those are the people that you're looking for. People who produce results, people who attract people to themselves, and people that are willing to step up to the plate and who want, not just will accept it, but who want the leadership responsibilities. Okay? 3 simple things when you're looking for a leader. Because if the people that you're looking for, you run into a person, him or her, that it has these 3 qualities, that is huge. That is 3. That is just huge. That is huge. Thank you, Christina, for putting those up there. Thank you, Bob. Exactly. Real leaders are surrounded by other leaders. Your scorecard of how good a leader you are is determined by the number of leaders that you have on your team, in your business, around you, that you've had an impact on creating those leaders. My biggest goal in life is to create as many leaders on our team, and we've got some fantastic leaders on here. A lot of them are on here right now. Don, Chris, Lily, Bob, the list goes on here. Darlene, Sherry, Shelly, Laura, Elena, Lily Romero, Corleanne, Carlos Martinez. Here's a guy that, some of these, Lily, Carlos, Dawn, Chris, these are people that are, how I know they're leaders? Because they're creating leaders on their team, right? They're ranking up in our business. And to do that, they're creating leaders underneath them. That's the criteria. That's the measuring stick of a leader. A leader is someone who creates other leaders. We always say leaders lead by example. Not necessarily. You don't have to be at the head of the pack. You can be leading from behind. You can be leading from the middle. You can be leading from the front. The key is you are leading the pack on your leadership abilities. Not necessarily on what you're doing in the business, because that will come. That's results. That will come. But the thing you have control over is on how much you're growing every day to become a better leader. That's how you lead from the front. Every single day you work harder and harder and harder on becoming a better leader. One of the reasons that I've been following John Maxwell for so long is because I love his leader. He is certainly the foremost expert on leadership. It's just when you say, who would you go to if you wanted to learn about leadership? I would venture to guess anybody is going to say John C. Maxwell, period. He's written, like I said, over 100 books, and probably 80% of them are on leadership, or have something to do with leadership, or are centered around leadership, or are roundabout things that you need to get better at leadership. It's just the way it is. And because his background, he used to be a pastor of a big, very large church, that he understands kind of all that leadership, and that's what kind of drove him into this, where the Lord led him in his career path. He's 72 years old now and still going strong. On one of the last couple of videos here, one of them is called Live Till You Die, right? And don't get the two mixed up. So you want to attract, let's go back to not only how you find leaders, but how do you attract leaders? How do you attract leaders? Unfortunately, Stacy, I believe you were born to lead, but you were not born a leader. None of us were, right? Some of us are born to lead. That's just in our nature. We've been taught it. It's been instilled in our lives. But there are very few people that I've ever found in my 67 years that were born leaders, right? They developed into it. Okay? And here's what I will tell you. Yes, Rosa, he is the leadership king. He's actually sold millions. Oh, you've sold thousands in your books in our ministry. Yeah, no, he's phenomenal. He sold millions and millions of books, right? I think his net worth is like 700 million or something like that. But regardless of that, he's one of these guys, these people that can take the complicated and break it down to the simple, so that not only can everybody understand it, but everybody can put it into practice. Everybody can put it into play. Everybody can take the principles that he has and actually take action using them and become better and better, right? It reminds me of Robert Hollis in a lot of ways. Robert makes things simple. It's like that KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid, or silly, or, whatever you want to use there. There's a reason for that, because you're building a business that needs to be duplicatable. Now, what part of the duplication do you want to do? Do you want to duplicate a lot of followers? If you want to duplicate thousands of followers, put a 1 in the comments. Or if you'd rather duplicate tens of leaders, put a 2 in the comments. Thousands of followers, tens of leaders. I would take thousands of followers over 10 to 20 amazing leaders any day. Any day of the week. Any day of the week. Because good leaders create more good leaders that create more good leaders that create a whole bunch of followers that are being led by good leaders. 2, Jim will tell me. Okay, Jim. It's all one word. I don't know what it means. It's like one of those anagrams or something. 2, right? Most people would want a 2. I want to create leaders. Now, how do you create leaders? You become a better leader. There's one thing to find leaders, right? But what do you do once you found them and got them? Now you got to lead them. So if you're looking for leaders and you're here, and you're looking for these leaders up here, guess what? There are two flaws to this philosophy. One is you're not going to attract them. They're going to go, oh, wait, I'm going to go down here, right? The second is, even if you bring them on, how are you going to teach them to be better leaders when you're down here? So you've got to continually go like this. Leaders you attract, you. Leaders you attract, you. That needs to be always moving up, right? But most people don't look at it that way. Good morning, Maggie. We'll make this work today. We're going to launch Maggie's business today. Hook or crook. We've had some technical problems, some power problems. You're going to only attract the leaders out there that are equal or below the leader that you are. So for those of you who are stuck at where you are in your personal development and you're more concerned about being stuck in your business, there's a reason why you're stuck in your business. Because you've let the most important thing of your business go by the wayside, your personal development. And I would contend that your personal development, when it comes to skill set and getting better for purposes of your business, is leadership. Becoming a better leader so you can attract those leaders and so that you can help those leaders grow when they come into your business. So you start bringing in people and you're down here and you're staying down here, they're never going to go. I love what John Maxwell says. Here's your leadership abilities. Your business is never going to go above that. It just can't happen. You're never going to go above that. You need to move it up here. You need to move it up here. You need to move it up here. When you start banging your head against the wall or the ceiling, raise the ceiling, right? Because everything rises and falls with leadership. So you need to make that choice, right? What are you going to do? How are you going to take these three things we talked about today, right? Look for people who produce results. Look for people who attract people to themselves. And look for people who aren't afraid and will step up and want the leadership responsibilities. How are you going to take those three things when looking for a leader, raise your leadership level, so that you're looking for leaders and you will get leaders on the same level as you are, okay? How many of you are going to take that this week, this month, this year, and kick it to levels that you've never had before? Well, it starts with your daily method of operation. It starts with what you do consistently every day. It starts with what you bring up and what you're putting in here every single day of your life. Are you putting positive? Are you putting growth? Are you putting leadership principles? Are you putting things that are going to take you to that next level? Or are you filling it with constantly negative news, right? Or crap. Facebook, crap. I go through my Facebook profile, and if I see people on my thread that are putting anything negative, guess what? Unfriend and block. I don't need that vibration. I don't need that mentality. I don't need that mindset in my life right now. They might be the nicest people in the world, right? I've got it on. It's on now. I take it off for a while, Dawn, every day. Dawn was asking, I don't have my hand brace on. I take it off for a little while just to give my skin and everything a rest. But I find that if I'm doing anything, sometimes the pain starts getting worse and worse and worse. And the only thing they can do to fix it is just fuse it to my arm, and I'm not ready for that yet. So I still have a little movement in it. I can still do little things. I can still, ride a little bit with it off. I can still eat. I can still do some things with it. Once they fuse it up, it'll be a whole new learning curve. So I love it. See, I love this attitude. I love the leadership that Dawn brings to the table. Her and Lily, the sisters, boy. 2020 is a new record-breaking year for you. It is, and your team. It's already going. I mean, she's going gangbusters. Rosa, yes, keep it simple. Unfriend and block, right? If you've got negative people in your life, kick them to the curb. You're looking for leaders. Now you know how to look for leaders, how to find those leaders. 3 simple things, okay? Are they producing, right? 3 simple things. Are they producing? Are they attracting other people to themselves? And are they wanting the leadership responsibility? Those 3 simple things. Boom, you got a winner. But guess what? That winner may be above you. So it may be difficult to recruit him till you get up there with him. So as you are out there, as you are working every day to recruit and to get in front of people and to say as little as possible, as many as possible, as quick as possible. Make sure that there's time in your day, every single day, whether it's 15 minutes or 3 hours of personal development and personal growth, getting gooder and gooder and gooder. Because if you don't, your business is going to hit the ceiling. And it's not going to go any further than that. Kick them to the curb. Keep it moving. Yes. It's not going to move any, and you're going to be frustrated. And this is why people end up quitting, because they don't realize that the most important thing, it's not the time it takes them to get. Carlos and I were talking, and I'll leave you with this. Okay, Carlos and I were talking about this morning. We have a what we call a 500K affiliate in our company making sick income, right? It took her 2 years to get to our first rank of 5K affiliate. 2 years of struggle and people coming in and leaving and everything else. But she had a commitment to get better and to keep going. Get better at who she was, get better at recruiting, get better at leading, and continue to go despite and until. Now she's a 500K affiliate, making mid to high 5 figures a month, right? So after 5 years of our company being in business, so you look at your job, whatever you're doing right now for money, for your primary income, if you're not working your business full time, you look at what you're doing right now and where you're at and how long you've been doing this and how long it took you to get where you're at right now. Now, unless you're making 5 figures a month and you did it in less than 5 years, and maybe you did it right out of school or something, this is certainly not unique. You've got to put a perspective, a qualifier on this. Okay, wait, I've been in my business 10 years now. I'm finally making $20 an hour. It took me 10 years to get to that point. Okay, why do I think in 2 months I can outdo that and quit my job? Because someone is filling you full of expectations that aren't good, right? It's a business. You got to work it like you've got to put in your time. You got to pay the price. You got to do what you need to do. You got to get gooder and gooder and gooder every single day. It's like going to college, right? You don't start as a freshman your first semester and all of a sudden you know everything that you're going to know as a senior. Doesn't work that way, right? Doesn't work that way. Good morning, Melissa. Despite and until. Absolutely. Despite and until. So, all right. Please share this. If you know there's anybody, if you got any value out of this at all, anything that you can share to your friends and your team and everything, please share this out. Let's help as many people get off the dime and start creating and finding more leaders in their business and creating some legacies. We can all do this. We can all do this. So God bless you. I can't wait to see you on the next one. Have an amazing Thursday. I love Thursdays.